One of them I'm super excited about, and I know this is going to sound kind of geeky, kind of nerdy, but years ago I fell in love with this screwdriver. This is the Lenox screwdriver. You can tell I had this one for a couple years, probably about 10 years. Got it, used it so much, wore it down to its undercolor there. Is that a word, undercolor? But yeah, it's been a good screwdriver, and it's still in great shape except for the handle. Actually, I'll show you one brand new. This would be pretty much a brand new one. You can see it's still nice and white there, and the handle is nice and blue. The graphics are still intact. And the only difference is this one here has got kind of a, well, here, we can do that, kind of a rattle to it. The new one doesn't have a rattle to it at all. And let's check to make sure. Let's see what that rattle is. Okay, so it's kind of just rattling in the handle. There's no rattling going on with the shaft. But here's what I'm excited about. And this is what's making me look like a freaking nerd. This is the brand spanking new. Hey, how's it going, man? This is the brand. Are we back on now? I hope this does not continue to happen, this interruption. But so Morgan's Maintenance here. What's up, dude? Hopefully you didn't get kicked off of here, although I don't see, okay, I see 3 people now. But let me continue with what I was saying. This is the old new style of Lenox. This is a 9-in-1, I believe. And here's the new one. Now, isn't that sexy? I know, it's, they took, this used to be white. They used to be white, and they made it kind of this clear crystal look to it. They changed the grip style a little bit, so it's more of this knurling in this direction instead of that kind of linear in line with the screwdriver. The old one here, grip feels a little bit more kind of gummy. The new one kind of feels gummy too, but it I don't know, it has more texture to it. You can kind of see right up in here, there's some texture right there, and then it has the little knurling there. I just like the refit of this thing. To me, it's, I don't know, it's updated now. There's little cutouts here on the side. This used to be a solid right through here, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I know it's not a very common screwdriver, but like I said, I have several of these. This is just probably 3 of maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 that I have. I've got them in the house. I've got them in the shop. I've got them at work. Yeah, they're my go-to screwdriver. And the thing about this one too, this was like 12 bucks on Amazon. I just bought it. I paid for it 2 days ago, and it got here yesterday. So quick shipping, 12 bucks for a screwdriver. And one thing I like about this screwdriver over a Klein, what I mean by what I don't like about the Klein. Oh, this is kind of the, look at this guy. Told you, these things, they get beat up, and the first thing that goes is the grip, and everything else just rock solid. Now, I'll show you what I mean. Usually when you have a Klein, you have these shorter bits. And this is a Lenox. Yes, Lenox does have the shorter bits as well. But they use the short bits on both sides. I know not all Kleins do that, but predominantly your 11-in-1s Kleins will have the shorter bits because they'll give you, say, a larger flathead and then a smaller flathead on this side. So my problem is that when I'm in a hurry and I'm working at work and I'm wearing my MaxiFlex gloves and I go to pop this bit out, you can see how much it takes your fingertip to get that thing out. I could be overblowing this. This is my own opinion. You do what you want. This is just my opinion. So you pull that out of there and you turn it around and you stick it in there. Say you got to go from, in this case, a number 2 to a number 3 square drive. Robertson, yes, I know. To me, that's too much finger fiddling. I'd rather have a big ass bit like that. You see how long that is? That's what I like. It's something that I can quickly pop it around and I can just swing it around in my fingers like that and I don't have to worry about pulling it out. Again, this may seem stupid to you guys. It may seem kind of like, yeah, you're being overly dramatic. Don't care. It's my preference. The other thing about the Klein I've noticed is that their retention is not as good as the Lenox. Case in point, I was using one. Oh, that one's broken, by the way. Oops. So much for Lenox toughness. But I was using one the other day, Klein that is, and just to kind of see what was all up about it, you know, see if I was overblowing. But I had one at work. And I was screwing in something like, I don't know, it was a strap or something on a piece of conduit. And when I got it tight and I pulled back, the tip came out with the screw because I had a little bit of a bind. You know, I kind of had a little bit of tension on the screw when I pulled the screwdriver away. And it actually popped the bit out and then fell. I was up on the second level, so it went through the grating on the platform I was on and then ting, 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 ting down to the ground, and I don't even know where it is now. So that Klein is no good anymore to me. Rest in peace. The other thing I like about the Lenox over we'll use the new one here. The Lenox over the Klein is that it seems like, where's my Klein at? I think I know where it is, but I don't want to interrupt the video to do that. If you look at the size of, where's the camera? Where's the camera? There we go. Look at the size of the, come on, the outside of this nut driver here, how thick that is. Compared to a Klein, the walls on a Klein are much, well, not much slimmer. Don't be overly dramatic here. They're slimmer. So when I've used them before, you've got your nut driver and you're trying to tighten something up, you can actually round these off and then you're screwed. Oh, I see what's rattling. This guy in here is loose. I thought you said Lenox was the best. Well, I like them. And the same goes for this one here. Not only that one, but also that one's a little thicker, in my opinion, than a Klein. And of course the third one. So you got, 1, 2, 3 sizes of nut driver. Just like every other screwdriver, multi-bit, nothing special there. So those are my critiques of the Klein versus Lenox. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. Like how much rubber I wore off of this guy compared to the new one. That's years of work right there. Years of screwing. But they, like I said, even though that's beat to hell, the actual function of this thing works fine. So that's why they just end up buying new ones. And when I started buying these, I bought them at Lowe's initially. They were like $7 a piece at Lowe's. Couldn't beat that. You could buy 3 of them, well, 2 of them at least for the price of one Klein screwdriver. So if anybody's interested in a good screwdriver, don't take my word for it. Go on Amazon, spend the $12 and get one of those, try it out, and let me know how you like it. Come back to this video and say, hey, Jay, I bought one of those and it's a piece of crap. Or come back and say, hey, man, yeah, thanks for saying something about these because it's my new favorite screwdriver. So, having said that, I got a tip, kind of a trick tip, I don't know, a tool mod from one of my awesome subscribers, and I tried to find his message too because I wanted to kind of reread it before I came on here. Okay, we're back again, and it is hot. I'm sweating out here. It's 90, or it was 90 degrees today, 91 degrees up here in the Pacific Northwest, which is kind of warm for us up here. But before I lose connection again, let's go over the tip that I believe Lucas, again, Lucas, if you're watching, I'm pretty sure your name's Lucas, but I loved your idea, and it has to do with the Klein plug tester. And he said that he couldn't find a way to get his Klein plug tester to really kind of fit in his toolbox or his tool bag. And what he said he took one of these Nite Ize clips and he attached it to his plug tester so he could just slide it onto his pouch or his tool bag. I forgot which one, which is why I was going to look up his comment again, because I loved the comment. I asked him if I could use the his idea on a video, and he said, hell yeah, go ahead and use it. So thank you for the idea. I want to give you full credit for this. I have not done the whole stick it on there yet because I don't know, and maybe you guys can help me with this. That obviously is going, excuse me, that is upward, right? You can read the words, but also these are upward too. This clip, it would clip in your pocket like this and you can read it, or do you try to protect these and put it like that so it's going downwards into, say, a pocket or a tool bag? But you can't, I mean, it'll be upside down, obviously. I know, it's pretty silly, but you know, you get one shot at this. I know they make more, you can buy more, you can pull it off and probably put it on there. It's my first time using this product, so I don't know how well this stuff sticks. It is a 3M adhesive. In fact, we'll go ahead and just read this real quick. This is the Nite Ize Hip Clip, Universal Pocket Hip Clip. And it says, of course, there's an alcohol pad included in here, so you can use that to clean whatever you're trying to clean off. Peel to reveal strong 3M VHB. I'm not sure what VHB, very, I don't know. I'm not going to even try that. Number 3, stick and enjoy. Stick and enjoy. That is the final word right there, stick and enjoy. So, should we do it right now? I want to see some comments though. I want to see, should I put the clip so that the prongs are downwards? Or should I put the clip so these are up, but you can read it? Morgan's Maintenance, I like the new look better, white gets dirty so easy. It does, and that's why you can see these are these get pretty dirty. But yeah, the new crystal one probably get less dirty. I'm excited to take this to work and see how it does. I kind of wish they had a little bit different color, like all that white there is going to get really dirty. But that's probably their thing, obviously. That's their logo, so they're not going to change the logo just to put it on a screwdriver. So I want to thank everyone for showing up and saying hi. And, and by that I mean one person, and I appreciate you, man. But we will see you next time. Okay, figure out how to turn this thing off.